Good afternoon, everyone. So today I'm going to be going through dismantling and reassembling the Taurus PT809. This is one of my newer purchases. I picked it up at a gun show a couple weeks ago. Haven't taken it out to fire it yet, so it's probably still got all that heavy moly grease in there. So I got to get all that stuff out, but I'll clean it later on. But I just wanted to go through and do a quick video for how to disassemble this thing for cleaning and how to reassemble it and check for functionality when it's done. So the first thing you always want to do, remove the magazine, check to make sure the chamber's cleared. One thing I like about Tauruses in general, I own several of them, are the warranties on them. If you're not familiar with them, all Tauruses come with a lifetime transferable warranty. So what that means is it doesn't matter if you buy it from Academy or Cabela's if you're here in Texas, or if you get it private party or from a pawn shop, you can re-register it with Taurus and their warranty still applies. So if anything breaks on the gun, you have problems with the trigger. I had one on my one of my Taurus Millennias that I no longer have. After about 1,500 rounds, I broke the recoil spring on it. And I called Taurus, gave them the serial number, told them what was wrong. They sent me a new spring, no charge. They even covered the shipping 2-day to my door. And so they'll send you the parts to you to fix it yourself, or you can send it in to get it repaired. There's 2 or 3 different kinds of takedowns for the Tauruses. There's this style, which has these 2 little rocker arms that you move down. And then there's another type, like on the Taurus 92, which is the Beretta version of 9mm. And they also make them in 40 and 45. So for this style Taurus, the breakdown is pretty simple. Obviously, make sure the chamber's cleared. You'll take 2 fingers and pull the slide back probably about 1/2 inch or so. And then on the bottom side, you take your fingers on both sides of this little clip and you pull it down, release the slide, and then pull it forward. On the grip itself, there's not much to take apart. I have taken the trigger assembly apart in some of these, not this particular one, to put different trigger springs in for lighter trigger pull. Tauruses are known for a pretty heavy trigger pull, so they do make springs to reduce the trigger pull, as well as shorten the trigger engagement distance, which is the amount of trigger that you have to move before it releases the firing pin. That's typically another thing I hear from people that they don't like about Taurus is a long trigger pull. Me personally, I like it. It has a very clean engagement point. When you start to pull the trigger back, you'll feel it tighten up another millimeter or so, and it releases the firing pin. With all of my Tauruses, I like the way the triggers are set up. Most of them are very crisp and clean. They're easy release, there's no drag. I've owned a couple Glocks that I no longer have, and I've gotten rid of them because of the gritty feeling trigger that I can never get resolved through cleaning or changing springs. So there's not much to take apart in the grip portion of it. So we'll go to the bolt assembly. The spring, you just pick it up, lift it out of the way. The barrel, you slide it forward, lift it out, and that's about as far as you'd want to get it. You could take the firing pin out. Most times, me personally, I don't recommend it. I think most people in handguns, they don't recommend it. You can, but there's not a whole lot that happens inside where the firing pin goes, and its removal can be kind of cumbersome on a lot of different weapons. So apart from that, we'll go ahead and start the reassembly. So you just take the barrel, slide the barrel in, seat it, take the spring, put the front face there, put the back spring catch on the barrel itself. Take your grip, line up your pins so that the slide goes on, pull it back, and that's it. One other thing to note that a lot of people are not aware of with virtually all Tauruses that I've come across. Most or all of them are single action, double action, where a lot of the Glocks, their single action can be converted to double action with some modification, but some of them come with a double action trigger. But what the double action trigger is, and I have to leave the magazine in this one for the hammer to be released, but if you decock it, which is you pull the trigger and let the hammer come forward, it's now in double action. So what double action is you can pull the trigger, the hammer comes back, and the hammer will fire. That is a feature that's not found on a lot of weapons. Another feature that I do like about most of or all of the Tauruses is what they call the auto decocker. And what that is if your hammer is pulled back and it's in a firing position, you take the safety, and if you'll notice on virtually all Tauruses, if you look at the safety, it has this little groove cut out down here. That's for the decocker. You take the safety and you push it down, and it brings a hammer forward without engaging the firing pin, so that you can put it in a safe mode for a carry, if you do concealed carry or open carry, or in your nightstand, something to put it into a safe position. If you use the auto decocker, it automatically is in double action, so if you need to fire it, you pull the trigger and it releases the hammer. So that's a quick video on my Taurus PT809. I have some other Tauruses that I'm going to do some quick breakdown videos on. I have a lot of guns that I plan on doing videos for. If you have any requests, put them below or shoot me a message and I will do my best to put something together. We'll see you next time.